What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. I feel like I gotta nip this in the bud. Now, I've actually put out videos before where I've made this a talking point, but it was amongst a bunch of other talking points. But this video is specifically about this. I am sick and I am tired of the people trying to diminish Kobe Bryant or argue against Kobe Bryant, and constantly they go to the point, well, he played with Shaq. He played with Shaq. Shaq carried Kobe. All those championships were because of Shaq. Kobe didn't win those championships. Shaq got all 3 finals MVPs. It is one of the worst points you can make, and it is beyond disrespectful to Kobe Bryant, the player, and his legacy. Just because Kobe played with Shaq and was a second option doesn't necessarily mean that he is inferior to the guy that we might be comparing him to. Okay? That's just the facts. And I'll also tell you this. Any wing player that would have had to play next to Shaquille O'Neal in that era of basketball, given all the defense and the low scoring, it's generally a slower pace, while also playing for Phil Jackson in a triangle offense centered around the most dominant big man in the game and one of the most dominant players ever, any wing player would have had to take a back seat, maybe for lack of a better word, but you get what I'm saying, would have been generally, some nights to most nights, the second option next to Shaquille O'Neal in a Phil Jackson triangle offense in that era of basketball. I don't give a damn. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Jason Tatum, freaking Russell West. I don't care who it is. Any wing player would have been second option next to Shaquille O'Neal in a triangle slow down offense. That is just the facts. Shaq was dominant. Shaq caused all kinds of problems for defenses. And they would play inside out or just have to go inside. Because usually if he got his position and was deep, he wasn't passing back out. He was scoring, he was dunking, he was doing a baby hook. The triangle offense flowed through the focal point of Shaquille O'Neal, and that was the game plan. I don't give a damn if you were technically a better basketball player than Shaquille O'Neal. The fact of the matter is, the offense ran better with a dominant center like Shaquille O'Neal. Those are just the facts, bro. I don't give a damn who it was. That is how the game would have been played in the triangle offense with Shaquille O'Neal. The big man touches the ball all the time. The big man generally is going to eat first. Also, Kobe Bryant, what seems to be the only player in NBA history that they use this argument against, that he's played with another all-time great. Generally, it's bronsexuals and obnoxious Jordan fanboys that dislike Kobe that tend to use this argument and tend to ignore that these other players played with greats too. Yeah, Kobe played with Shaq. Yeah, but LeBron played with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh on the Miami Heat all at the same time. Also played with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love all at the same time. And he did play with Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, but it didn't work out, so people act like it didn't happen. I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, but Shaq was more dominant than Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. And Chris Bosh. Yeah, Shaq was more dominant than Wade. Yeah, Shaq was more dominant than Bosh. But those are only 2 players. Those are only 2 players. You still have 2 top 5 players at the time, in Bron and Wade, and a top 10 to top 15 player in Chris Bosh. And the beautiful thing about the big three, having three all-stars / superstars, is if one guy gets hurt, you still got two all-stars / superstars to carry the team. As opposed to Shaq going out, now kOBe is carrying a bunch of role players. You see the added benefit of having a big three all in their prime? That good of players? You see the benefit as opposed to two? But still, people, especially bronsexuals, now bronsexuals are trying to say those aren't super teams anymore. That Miami Heat team wasn't a super team. That Cleveland Cavalier team wasn't a super team. That's what they're saying now. But kOBe seems to be the only player that gets this kind of flack, man. He gets diminished because he played with another all-time great. Blows my mind. For example, I'm going to compare kOBe and Shaq to Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, most people I've talked to, and a lot of player rankings, though all subjective, I get it, but from what I've seen in my circles, is that most people have Magic Johnson as a better player than Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, or Shaquille O'Neal, and most people have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ranked as a better player than Kobe or Shaquille O'Neal. But I never hear people say, oh, well, Magic had Kareem, or, oh, well, Kareem had Magic. Well, based on your argument, you're telling me that both Magic or Kareem are better than Shaq and Kobe. So if you were going to use that argument, you should use it against Magic and Kareem, not Shaq and Kobe, because according to you, those two players were inferior to them two when they played together. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. You're clearly telling me that Magic and Kareem are ranked higher than Kobe and Shaq. But apparently, Kobe's the only guy that gets slapped in the face for having to play with another all-time great Laker that you're telling me is inferior to Magic and Kareem. But you don't keep that same energy on the other side. Come on, man. Can we stop this? Please, let's stop this. This other notion that Kobe Bryant was carried by Shaquille O'Neal to all those championships is a slap in the face to Kobe Bryant. It really was. To act like Shaq was driving the bus and Kobe was just in the back seat somewhere, sucking his thumb with a lollipop, playing a video game the whole time, along for the ride, is as far away from the truth as anything. Now, in previous videos, I put up a bunch of statistics showing you how dominant Kobe was, and especially some of those Western Conference playoff series. What people like to do, they just like to show final stats. But what they don't understand is that the Lakers probably don't even get to the finals, some of those series, if it isn't for the brilliance of Kobe Bryant. In fact, that road in the Western Conference to the finals was far more dangerous, far more difficult than any matchup they had in the finals during their three-peat. Those are just the facts. And Kobe, during a lot of those series, especially in the 2001 playoff run and the 2002 playoff run, Kobe especially did just as much or more heavy lifting than Shaquille O'Neal during many moments of those Western Conference playoff series. Seriously, he even had a couple 40-plus double-double, 16 rebound, 15 rebound games in there. Like some monster performances to catapult the Lakers. And in the 2000 playoff run, Kobe was clearly the second option. Clearly. But remember, in the Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trail Blazers, Game 7, Lakers were getting their ass beat, and it was looking like they might not be going to the finals. Kobe Bryant put that team on his back when Shaquille O'Neal mostly underperformed. That Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals against that tough Portland Trail Blazers team, Shaq had 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block shot. graphic is on the screen. Kobe Bryant put the team on his back, willed them to the finals with 25 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 blocks. The dude was possessed. And I remember watching the game in my living room. People don't talk about that, man. And then they'll bring up his stats in the 2000 finals. And like I said, sHaQ, he was clearly second to sHaQ then. But he was holding his own. Holding his own. And we all know about his infamous Game 4. sHaQ fouls out. Kobe carries the Lakers in overtime. Clutch basket after clutch basket. People don't bring up that he completely rolled his ankle. I believe he missed one game. Came back and played the rest of the series on a really bad ankle. While most players will sit out. Come on, man. And then after that season, after they won that first championship, Kobe Bryant really took the next step as a player and really solidified himself even more. And then there wasn't that much separation between him and sHaQ anymore. It was like 1 and 1A from there on out. Here's another stat from when the Lakers went 15 and 1, I believe. Kobe's 2001 playoff stats and sHaQ's 2001 playoff stats. The whole stretch. The whole rodeo. Kobe 29.4 points per game, sHaQ 30.4 points per game. Kobe 7.3 rebounds, sHaQ 15.4 rebounds. Kobe 6.1 assists, Kobe 6.1 assists, sHaQ 2.4 blocks. Come on, man. Does this look like a guy being carried? Or does this look like a partnership with shared responsibility? Two all-time greats performing great. I'm not bringing up any more stats. I don't need to. Like I said, I had a video where I broke it all down. Everything, every series, told you what Kobe did, told you what sHaQ did. I'm not doing it again. But this is just a glimpse of what I'm talking about, man. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Through all those playoff series, Kobe was making timely plays, clutch plays, and had some dominant performance. And it blows my mind when people bring up great all-time performances, and even for sHaQ. Like sHaQ has had some all-time great playoff and final performances, as did Kobe. But people never bring up their like legendary performances. They really don't. And I was like, I could have swore I saw Kobe put up like 46, 47 points, 16 rebounds, damn near triple-double in a major win against whoever it was, Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, whoever. But some all-time great teams, man. What are you talking about? And that Western Conference was a gauntlet, dude. And one thing I for the longest, I was like, I want them to just stop making the Finals MVP award. I want them to do it for the entire stretch of the playoffs, not just for your performance in the finals. From round 1 to the end of the championship, who's the MVP? And they just recently started giving out conference finals award based on the other rounds outside the finals, which I was like, y'all should have did that a long time ago. But even better, I just think the whole thing from first round to the finals, that's how that finals MVP award should be based off. The whole stretch. Hell, Larry Bird would have 3 finals MVPs if that's how they did it. Anyway, I don't want to make this a long video. I just wanted to get my point across. It's BS. It's BS. It's BS. Stop saying that. Put some respect on this man's name. Seriously. And if you're going to keep on using that against Kobe, you need to use it against everybody else. If you're going to stick to that logic, use the same logic for everybody else. I don't want to hear it. It's disrespectful to Kobe's mentality, man. You think he was just like, ooh, I'm just going to ride sHaQ's coattails. What? Kobe was actually going against the grain. Kobe wanted his own team. He wanted to be the leader. He is the alpha of alphas. And it pissed him off that sHaQ didn't take the game as seriously as him and keep his body in shape as much as he should have. If anything, Kobe was begrudgingly a second option and just did what was best for the team given the circumstances and what was needed for that style of play. If anything, and with some resistance, they were able to make it work. But there were times Kobe was tearing it up. tearing it up, going on crazy stretches. And Phil Jackson had to tell him, dude, dial it down. We're winning, and they were winning. We're winning. You're smoking hot, blowing teams out, killing people, but dial it back because we need to get Shaq more involved because we're going to lose the big fella. This actually happened. And kOBe was like, turn down for what, dude? I'm balling right now and we're winning. We're gonna lose the big fella. We need to reel a big fella back in. Tell me I'm lying. I'm done here. Put some respect on this man's name. This is a weak arguing point against Kobe Bryant, and from here on out, I'm not even debating people if they ever bring this up to my face again. I'm not. It's stupid. It's nonsensical. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. If you're a Kobe fan, you're welcome here. We pay homage to the Black Mamba and other greats too. And if you know more Kobe Bryant fans, please send them on this way. Tell them come hang out on this channel, man, because we need to fortify the fort, man. Fortify the infrastructure, man. Black Mamba all day. Rest in peace, Mamba forever. I catch y'all on the next one. We out, baby.